Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I first apologize for not speaking in Hindi, because if I could speak Hindi very well, I'd probably end up being a politician. So, good afternoon and welcome to Agenda Aaj Tak's second edition. Today, last of the 110 million Indians that live in the 5 states are casting their votes. In almost 4 decades in journalism, I've seen countless state and many Lok Sabha elections. But to tell you the truth, I still get excited and feel very proud when I see India to go out and vote. This simple act symbolizes for me a triumph of hope over despair, faith over cynicism, and a spark of optimism amidst general frustration. The poorest and the weakest of Indians, through the singular act, have literally shown a finger to some of the most arrogant and mightiest leaders in the past. And as it happens in this very city, a most unlikely of political phenomena is happening in the form of Aam Aadmi Party, which is changing the rules of the game. No matter whether this fledgling party wins or loses, their swift rise has restored one of the fundamental characteristics of our political system: democracy as the world's factory of leaders, for leaders. Given the leadership vacuum that we have lived in the past few years, we had begun to doubt the very essential lifeblood of the world's largest democracy. It must create waves of new leaders that come from the grassroots and challenge the establishment, with hope, with honesty, and with steely determination. In a way, this is something we at the Ideate Group are quite familiar with, practicing free and fair journalism to build and sustain our leadership. Aaj Tak has been India's #1 news channel for 13 years, in spite of very intense competition. I could attribute many reasons for this, of the abiding faith of our viewers. But if I were to choose one, it would be that Aaj Tak has no agenda. It has no agenda of its own, other than the fast and fairest dissemination of news. Yes, Agenda Aaj Tak really has no agenda of its own. Not now, not ever. Its agenda is the agenda of the people. It is, as you heard, the Hindi Jagat Ka Mahamanch, a massive platform reaching 50 million people to bring to the fore agenda of people from different walks of life. It is this neutrality, I believe, which has made and keeps Aaj Tak #1. Last year's inaugural Agenda Aaj Tak, in fact, went on to win the Indian Television Academy Best Television Event Award. In the next 2 days, you will hear some of India's best and brightest and the fiercest from this munch. The general election is scheduled for the next year, so the theme of the Agenda Aaj Tak this year is Mission 2014. We hope to bring some clarity on this over the next 2 days. In the spirit of power moving away from Delhi to the state capitals, we will have 6 current chief ministers conversing with you. You will hear from current and past cabinet ministers and party presidents. You will engage with Hina Rabani Kar, Pakistan's former foreign minister, who cast a spell on many Indians with her beauty and boldness. Even if sometimes it seems like that, India isn't all about politics, or all about politics alone. So isn't Aaj Tak. We have some of India's finest entertainers and actors talking to you, from Shah Rukh Khan, who just produced his biggest blockbuster of his life, to Aamir Khan, whose big blockbuster is releasing in 10 days. We will celebrate the subcontinent's vast cultural and musical diversity by listening to soul-searching, uplifting and upbeat compositions from Ghulam Ali, Sonu Nigam and Honey Singh. We fixed the dates of the Agenda Aaj Tak 6 months ago, and not knowing today will be the voting day in Delhi, so we've started at noon instead of 9 a.m. as usual, so that everyone could vote and come. In case some of you haven't yet voted, please do so, and please do join us back. Someone sent me an SMS this morning, which I would like to read to you. It said, "Vote wisely, my friend. There is no force greater than the human will. Just as we make our choices in turn make us." In other words, we get the governments we deserve. So the agenda for the next 2 days, listen to all the views and make up your mind, because I believe the viewer is sabse tez. Thank you and welcome to Agenda Aaj Tak.